A member of the WACS, Kazakhstan.
Yeah, okay. And what is your question?
They have sent documents and they wanted to be a WACS member.
We did get the document, right?
They have sent. Yeah.
But I understand it's not complete.
But they,
is that correct?
I didn't hear anything clear about Kazakhstan.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. We went over it on Saturday. They were not complete, and the decision is to offer them to be an affiliate member for 2 years. So we will be in contact with them after this Congress.
Does that answer your question?
And another one question.
I don't know if everybody understands what they are asking for, but some of the countries that speak Russian and similar language has been talking about if we could change the map of WACS so they could have a continental director that speak their language from their area in WACS. So I think, if I understand what Glenn told me, that John explained this when he was talking about putting up a task for the language. That's right? Task force for the language. So it is, I think it is for the next presidium to look into. So we cannot say anything more now.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Let me also give you some perspective, because it's one thing for us to say we need more language translation, and we certainly see the reason for it. But the other side is the financial. And to give you a perspective, the dues, the membership dues that the members pay for 2 years barely exceeds the cost of the translation of one Congress. So, in other words, it's very, very difficult to manage that. Very difficult. Again, the cost of translation is almost equal to 2 years of membership dues paid by other countries. So, keep this in mind as you move into this situation and ask for more languages. It's very difficult. And I really would like to hear some feedback. Now we have a few minutes. I'd like to hear some feedback on that issue, because the board is going to have to deal with it. And while we are talking about it, I'd like to know how you feel about it. Understanding the situation a little bit better at this point. Any comments on that? Because we get the question all the time. Steve?
And the Spanish is a problem. Many people don't Spanish.
I think it's every country would like their language there, but having run a Congress, you wouldn't want to come to a Congress and pay 3 times the price you're paying here. And basically, to get all those languages in, you would outprice it, the Congress, for most people. It's horrendously expensive. It was about a quarter of our budget just for translation. We did 2 days and the 4 languages.
Thank you. Any other comments on that?
I do have another question to the organizing committee of the 33rd World Congress here. Not for my wife, but for the Ministry of Financial Affairs, for my income tax, I would need a simple a sheet of paper where the confirmation of attendance is given here. Thank you.
Un recibo.
Okay. Any other input to the subject?
Sorry.
Yes, excuse me. I got a question from the language. It's very difficult. In WACS is 4 languages official: English, German, French, and Spanish. I am fighter. I am director to America. I am started today, from the translation in Spanish. And it's very difficult for what? It's not money, but it's possibilities. My proposal is job working from the 4 languages. Everything is possible expression, but the 4 expression is from the 4 languages.
You know, excuse me, it's very difficult. You have a dialogue going on, and we are supposed to be able to sort it out. It might be better if you get the information that you translate and then translate it all in one shot without going back and forth. But is my understanding correct? Is my understanding correct that the essence of your request... Yes, not.
Ferdinand.
The essence of your request is to petition for a continental director that speaks the Russian language. Is that the gist of it?
Russian and Turkish language.
Well,
okay.
Maybe I can explain it a little bit, because I have talked to Azerbaijan, Russia, Ukraine, Serbia, Montenegro, and they all are talking about the possibility that we will split up Europe in a different way than we do today. So we will have people together that are speaking same language with a person in the board that speak their language. Similar like we have Herc Mounty now from South America, he speaks Spanish, so he can communicate direct to them. So it's not about translating everything over to Russian, but to have somebody in the board that speaks Russian.
All right. Any other thoughts on this or other matters? If not, we are ready right now to go on a break, and then we come back and finish up the business. Thank you.
Dear friends and colleagues, before I start, I would like to ask you to please put your hand together and give a warm hand to everybody that has been involved making this Congress happen. I'm sure we're going to have a very exciting week. I would also like to congratulate Mr. Ferdinand Metz and his team for the great work that they have accomplished during their term. It has been a pleasure for me to be part of this team and serve as a continental director in this board for the last 4 years. Today is a great honor for me to stand here on this stage and present to you the team that is running with me for the Presidium of WACS. Hilmar B. Jónsson and Helgi Einarsson. So who are we? My name is Gissur Gudmundsson, and I am a candidate for President of WACS. I've been the Continental Director for Northern Europe for the last 4 years. I was President for both Icelandic and Nordic Chef Association. I'm a co-founder with South Africa of an international competition named One World, and a co-founder with Canada of a World Junior Culinary Exchange program. I have judged competitions all over the world, and I've done all this for the last 15 years. I have talked and I have listened to many chefs around the world, and I have learned so much of all this. Now I am ready to give something back. I have made a commitment to be president of WACS in full time. To do so, I sold my restaurant last year. I went to my government and a couple of companies in Iceland and asked them for support. I did this because I believe in WACS 100%. My friends, I ask you for your confidence and your vote. I promise you, you will have an absolute dedication from me and my team. I'd like to present to you a candidate for Vice President, Hilmar B. Jónsson. At the first, Hilmar can look a little brutal, but his heart is truthful, and he is more like a father to us. Many of you know him already. He is a true Viking, and he is very committed
to achieve the goals we have set. Hilmar, please.